Hi everyone, welcome to the Supernova Tech channel. This is Muhammad Saad Sarwar. I will be your host and trainer for this course. Today we'll be diving into the world of infrastructure as a code with Terraform. It's a powerful tool that is transforming the way we manage infrastructure in the cloud. Whether you're new to Terraform or you just want to prepare for the Terraform Associate exam, this is the right place to be. Let's get started without further ado. Today we'll work on a simple Terraform project in which we will deploy a website using Terraform to AWS. We'll start creating the Terraform code files. So we'll create versions.tf. It has required providers in it. Then we will create variables.tf for defining the variables. Output.tf. This is where to print the output of um, the code, like kind of like the result of a function in other languages. And then we have main.tf. This is where our main source code will reside. And also we'll have Terraform tf vars file where we will put in our secret access key. Okay, we will also have a script that we will run initially once our instance is running in AWS. This is where we'll define our script. Okay, so let's get started with the variables first. Okay, so we'll define the first variable, which would be our access key. This would be the key value we need to log into AWS. This would be of type string. Then the second variable would be the secret key. And this would be type string as well. And the third variable we want to define is the region where our instance would be hosted inside AWS. And this would be type string as well. And the default region where I have my instance would be US West 2. For best latency, the best thing is to have it as close to as close as possible to your location. So we have defined the variables. Now we will define the access key values. I'll just copy and paste these values into this file. You can get this from AWS. Okay, so yeah, these are our values for the access key and the secret key, which we defined here. Actually, yeah, access key and secret key. We will call them in the versions. So let's get this value for the required providers, which we will need for our versions.tf file. Required providers. Let's see. Let's just write it because we need AWS. So AWS provider. Let's just search like that. Oops, this is not. Okay. Okay, yes, this is the one we will use for our required providers. We will just copy and paste. Okay. The version basically means that the version we'll use is going to be equal or greater than 5.0, but less than 6.0. So that's what this means. And using the AWS provider and this is the East region, but we defined our region as West. So we will just get the value from the variable we defined earlier. Okay, so this will give it the value for the region. You don't need the VPC block, the resource block here. Okay, so now we will define the access key value that we defined earlier in the variables.tf. So what we do when we need to access the variable is type var dot access key. So this will get the value for access key. And the secret key value, just var dot secret key. Okay, so now we have all the values required for our provider. So we're done with versions, variables, TFR. So these files are done. Let's go to our script initials. Well, let's go to the main.tf file. So here we need to write our main code block for our instance, and our we will need our uh, instance resource block here, and also the security group block here. So let's just go to the web. Let's search for the code we need. Terraform AWS instance. Okay, that's what we really need for our AWS instance. Okay, let's just okay, click on this. Okay, this is what we really need. The first, it defines a data block of the Ubuntu image and also our resource block. So this is the code we really need for our main file. Okay, so we have copied it. I'll just explain to you in a minute. Let me just get started right now. Okay, so this is the data block. Basically, it gives you the values for this data block gives you the values for the Amazon machine image from Ubuntu, and this will be from this location. And Canonical is the owner for this, um, and this is the string for defining canonical. And it will get the most recent image because it is set to true. And the virtualization type would be the hardware virtual machine, the most commonly used. And in our AWS instance, this is the resource type is of AWS instance. And the name of the instance is web. We can change it to any name we want, but for us it works. So we'll just leave it as it is. So here we are retrieving the value from the data block for the AMI, for the Amazon machine image. And so we just retrieve using data.aws AMI. This is the type, and Ubuntu is the name that is defined here, and the ID.
We will not use T3.micro because it's not free. We will use the T2.micro. That's the free version. And we can leave it as hello world because this is going to be our first website with a very simple website. Now we will need to define our security group. We can get the code for our security group as well. We just go to Terraform. We can just type security group here. Or let's just Google it. Okay. Let's click on the first one. Okay, let's just use this one. That should work for us. Okay, let's just use this one. Okay. We will just paste it here. We will call our security group as SG. That should be good. This is the egress. Don't need IPv6 CIDR block for our outgoing data. This basically means that all protocols are allowed and all IPs are allowed for outgoing traffic. For our incoming traffic, we will need to define which incoming traffic we will allow. So for that, we use ingress, and we need port 8080. So, and this is protocol is TCP. Anywhere is fine. Similarly, we need to allow for HTTPS. So we'll just copy and paste it. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is what. Okay, so we will just copy and paste here. Okay, so this is for HTTPS. Okay, this seems to be good. Let me just give it a name. Let's just call it security group. Okay, that should be good. Now we need to define security group in our resource block. Okay, ID. Okay, now we are going to define the user data. This is a feature that that helps us define the script or the initial code that would be run on our instance. So in our case, we've defined it as a file, a script file, netscript.sh, and I'll just copy and paste the code for this file, the script here. Basically, it will get installed Apache and then output hello world in the index.html file and then restart Apache. That's all it basically does. I think our configuration is valid now. I think we have, oh, except the output code, we still need to define our output so that the output basically runs after everything is deployed or provisioned onto AWS. In our case, we need to know the IP address of our instance. So we will call it the domain name. Um, the value would be awsinstance.web.public IP. So we need the public IP. And we are also defining another output, which is going to be the URL. So we call it the application URL. And we will provide the value for this, which will be something that we define. And we will be accessing the value of the public IP here. And then we are going to define port and the file name, the index file name. So this would give us a clickable link once everything is deployed um, onto AWS, once our simple website is deployed onto AWS. So I think everything is good. All we had all these 6 files. Main code is in it's in the main.tf file. We have output. We have the access and variable keys. Don't worry. Well, we should not be. I should not be sharing this secret key here, but I'm going to delete it as soon as our work is done here. So no worries. But usually the best way to uh, safeguard the secret key is to use environment variables or encrypt your secret key. Okay, I think everything is good. So I'm going to run it. Okay, so now we go to the commands. The most common commands for Terraform, the first command we should always run is, actually, let's just save our code. And then let's just run Terraform format. Let's see if everything is in the right format. Okay, so it changed the format for these 4 files because they were not correctly formatted. So basically the format command uh, changes everything into the standard format for Terraform files. And then we can even validate to see if it's okay, it's missing the required provider. So let's just use the Terraform init command. This command is used to download the plugins uh, and the modules for Terraform, and it stores it in the .terraform directory. You can see it's probably downloading all those uh, dependencies, plugins, everything that is needed for us to work with Terraform. Okay, so now we can just run the validate command now to see if everything is correct. Okay, so the configuration is good and valid. So we checked first the formatting, then the configuration. Everything is good. Now we will apply the Terraform plan command to see what is it planning um, to deploy. Terraform plan command is an optional command. You don't really need to use it. You can just use Terraform apply directly, but it just gives you a good view of what is going to happen. So if there's anything that you really need to know that should not be like created, then it would show here. So it will create a web instance in AWS, and it will create a security group. And it says there are two things that will be added. Okay, we're okay with it. So let's just apply this Terraform apply. And if so, it will prompt you for, okay, let's just click on Terraform apply. Okay, so see, it's going to prompt you if you're okay with adding these two resources to AWS. I will say yes. If you I will say yes. If you don't want it to be prompted, you can always type auto approve. Okay, so it is giving us our output that we defined earlier here in our output.tf file. So this is the clickable application dash URL link. And also we have the domain name for this. So let's just go to AWS. Let me just show you how things are happening there. Dashboard, instance. So this is our AWS instance. It's running right now and initializing into the US West 2A availability zone. Um, and this is the name we defined, Hello World. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to our code and let's just click on the link. Let's see what happens. Open and hello world. So this is our little website that was just deployed. It just prints hello world. So that's good. Let's see what we did. What happens is that if you noticed, I'm not sure if you noticed earlier, but when we uh, type Terraform init, this log file is created at that time. And once the apply command is finished, we have this Terraform TF state file that is created. And this file creates all our configuration, even shows our access keys. So nothing is encrypted here. It's not safe to have access. Like it shows all the different kind of information that is not encrypted. So um, state file pretty much shows everything, all the resources. And okay, so let's just check a few things here. So run a few commands. Let's type Terraform state list command. It will show us the list of all the resources that are available. So we have a data resource block. Uh, we have an AWS instance whose name is web, and a security group with the name of SG. So these are the three resources there. We can also use the Terraform show command. This will show us our state file in a human readable format. Um, the Terraform TF state file or the Terraform.tf state file is basically written in JSON. Okay, so this is a human readable form of our state file. That's what Terraform show will show you. Okay, so what else can we check? Okay. Let me just show you a few things in AWS. If you click on our instance, it shows us the public IPv4 address, the state, um, the VPC ID, the subnet ID, different information you can get here. You can see the ports that we allowed. We only allowed the HTTP and the HTTPS ports from anywhere, and the outbound egress was for all protocols and all destinations. So that's how we deployed a simple website to AWS. Okay. I hope this session was very valuable to you. I will be sharing my Terraform practice mock exam course link in the YouTube video, which would be very helpful for you for the preparation of your Terraform Associate exam. Good luck with your exam, and I hope this was very useful for you. Please leave your comments um, and also like and subscribe. That would really help this channel. Thanks again, and have a great day.